spirulina, chlorella, green juice. What? We're going to break it down today and why I think it's super crucial to get it into your body. We're going to talk about the benefits of it. I'm going to walk you through. Now, I got to give you a disclaimer right out of the gates. We got two problems. One, vegetables, right? It took me a while to get them into my diet. If I had my choice, right, it would probably just be meat that I would be eating. It would be carbohydrates that I would be eating. But I know the importance of vegetables. You probably do too. However, there's just a lot of effort to get them in, from chewing them to preparing them to the texture issues with them to making them taste good and edible for yourself, for the kids, for a spouse. So it presents problems, right? So there's some super nutrients that I now get in, and I do it through more of a juicing format, but it creates problem number two. Juicing is just a ton of work. And I always felt like, so I would go to the store and I would buy all these green foods, and some of them I hardly knew what they were at first, but I'm juicing them and I'm shoving through a juicer and it kicks out just this, little 10-ounce glass of nutrients. And I just spent $15 buying vegetables to produce this little glass of it. It becomes a problem with it. So I'm going to show you a hack here today to help you to get these vegetables in a liquid format on the go to make it easy. In fact, it's my breakfast sitting next to you. So I'm just showing you what I do and why I really like to get things like chlorella, spirulina, and these green foods in. Let me break down the benefits of it, and then I'll show you exactly how I do it each morning. This is just coming from the doctor. It works for me. Hopefully it helps you if you're a non-veggie lover or you don't like to mess with juicing and buying a juicer and doing all that. Now, first up, chlorella. Chlorella is a type of algae. You may or may not have ever consumed it. It is a complete source of protein because it is that algae, meaning that it contains all the amino acids that your body can't produce. That's huge. So it gets in all the amino acids in the protein. So it kind of serves then, there's chlorella in here is why I'm pointing at it, as a protein source in the morning. But it's green and it's really going to oxidize your system and it's going to be cancer fighting. And that leads me into its counterpart, spirulina. Spirulina is a sea vegetable. As this vegetable, it eliminates massive amounts of oxidative stress. So when you are putting in the carbs or the overcooked meat or toxic meat, you're creating oxidative stress inside of your body. It damages and it minimizes the efficiency of the cells. Spirulina is going to help undo that. So even if you mess up the whole rest of the day, this is why I believe putting in foods like spirulina or chlorella are very important, because it's going to undo the damage and it's helping us get these vegetables and green foods in. By the way, spirulina also helps support your cholesterol levels. So putting a food like that in, now if you were to take it and just put it on, eat a spoonful of it, it would not taste very good at all. So that's where we kind of got to mix these things together. And that's where I use other vegetables in order to do that. So my next favorite is carrot juice. Carrot juice, actually clinically, have used it in a couple cases where people had some severe cancer issues. And carrot juice has high levels of beta carotene, obviously for the eyes, supports vision, supports protecting the eyes, but it really alters and helps increase the metabolism. It's very filling from a calorie perspective, and it's a very good antioxidant as well. And so we've used it in some of those cases for immune boosting properties, but getting carrot juice instead of eating tons of carrots, which should never replace doing it. I do actually like carrots. I like to cook carrots. That's one of the vegetables I love to get in. However, it's a little cheat to be able to get it in here when you do a juicing form of it. Now, next up, we're going to look at cauliflower juice. Ooh, doesn't sound that appeasing, but cauliflower itself is incredible for replacing carbohydrates nowadays in a lot of baking and a lot of pizzas, crusts, and things of that nature. But you can actually juice it, and it has a detoxifying effect on your liver. So it helps to detox the liver. It also helps to balance out hormones, along with its counterpart, broccoli. Broccoli, love it, hate it. It is bursting with vitamin K, which your body needs to properly protect the blood vessels and from clotting factors inside of your body. It promotes bone strength, normal cell growth. It contains cell-healthy antioxidants, and the sprouts of broccoli have actually been shown to be cancer fighting. So love me to get some broccoli in. Don't always love to eat it, nor do the kids. So juicing it is a great option. Now, spinach, high number of different antioxidants. lutein, beta carotene, all of which protect the cells from oxidative damage, and they help to soothe the body. So spinach, another great option to be getting in. Parsley doesn't really taste like much. You might have it as a topper, but you don't really get a lot of it except when you juice. And it contains a number of essential nutrients: vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin C. It's coming out that green. It contains iron for women that are lacking that or maybe anemic, or men. As a result, it promotes better bone, eye, skin, and immune health. It also allows the healthy oxygen to circulate in the body, which makes it a key component a lot of times of anti-cancer protocols or cancer-reducing juices. People that are doing juicing to try to fight that off, this one's commonly put in there. It does help that movement of oxygen in the body because it optimizes the iron. And then finally, kale juice. Now, you could be a fan of kale, of maybe sauteing it, but a lot of people, it's just crunchier, it's just earthier, it's got a different flavor than lettuce, right? But it's similar to parsley in the fact that it is extremely nutrient dense. It's one of the highest scores. If you've ever looked in the grocery store, sometimes they'll have a score of the nutrient density of a food. Kale is always at the top of the list, and it provides the body with more than its daily requirements of vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin K. It has a ton of antioxidants. These foods, just on a daily basis, one, I don't have the time sometimes to get 9 of these in. 2, where do I find some of them? You might grow some of it during the summertime, but in the grocery store to buy all of these, juicing it might be the option. But again, we talked about juicing it can lead to just a lot of waste, and it's just a lot of time. So I use actually combination of the method. So what I have here is I just look in the store a really low carbohydrate green juice. And this is very important because if you end up getting too much sugar, you're kind of counteracting the benefits of green juice. And so a brand that I use is Suja, or there could be other ones. I don't have any affiliation with that. And you can buy just these little containers, or you can buy one big one, kind of like the container of orange juice that might be in your fridge. And this is going to be way, way better than that because it contains a lot of sugar. Now we have this green juice, but then if you were to try it, you'd be like, oh, I mean, we're talking about kale, we're talking about parsley, we're talking about, and it usually just comes with those vegetables, but it doesn't taste good at all because it's so low in sugar. It doesn't have apples in it, doesn't have fruit in it, but it is very nutrient dense, right? So I take that and I'll just put a little bit in here. Then I'll add water most the rest of the way, and then I'll use a scoop of greens powder. Now the advantage of greens powder is you can get it in more of kind of a original sort of spearminty flavor. You get it in a berries flavor, you get it in a chocolate flavor, kind of different flavoring with it. So here you are, and I like this about it. There's resources below on the greens powder, but I put a scoop of that in, and now I'm drinking all this real juice, and then I'm adding in something that actually makes it taste a lot better. And so it takes me a minute to make this. I am still getting that real juice in. I don't have to actually juice it myself. I'm also keeping the grocery bill down because I don't have to buy as much, because I just put in maybe 5 to 10 ounces of the real juice, water the rest of the way, then I add in the scoop of the greens powder. Now, what the benefit of is the greens powder is you're not only getting kale, you're not only getting ground up broccoli and cauliflower and carrots and parsley, but you're getting the chlorella and the spirulina. So you're getting that algae with the loaded amounts of amino acids. You're getting the spirulina with its antioxidants powers, along with 45 other nutrients at the same time. Barley grass, which is the grass level of barley before it comes and turns into gluten or anything like that, or full on, the grain level, but just the little shorts of the grass. And it helps regulate blood sugar levels and energy levels. We're talking about things like all these different fruits now do end up in there, but the low glycemic ones: raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, cranberries, Brussels sprouts, tomatoes, acerola cherry powder, which is a really good source of vitamin C. So there's a lot of different nutrients that go in. And then on top of that, with the greens powder that you can see below, we added in enzymes to help you digest all of this. Because the thing that starts to happen is you get a little bloated when you eat a lot of vegetables, right? It creates bloating in there, which is common because there's fermentation happening inside of the gut. So you do get that bloating going on. So taking digestive enzymes with the juice is going to help you digest it, along with some probiotics. The fiber of it is already there quite a bit, but some of the fiber has obviously been removed from juicing, which is a knock on juicing itself, because it's not like the real apple, right? You've juiced the juice out of it and you left the pulp. So putting some fiber back in the form of flax seeds gets you omega-3s, gets you inflammation that goes down, and it gets that inflammatory support. Digestive supporters such as aloe leaf to soothe the gut if you get a little irritation or you get, refluxy, or you have some irritation in your gut or with your digestive system, whether it's constipation or diarrhea. Licorice root, cinnamon bark, these are all nutrients that are packed in this, and this is my breakfast in the morning. So it makes it very, very easy. I'm still getting that real juice. I'm not having to deal with the mess. I'm getting a lot of vegetables in. It doesn't suffice for me still needing to eat vegetables. I've worked my way up to liking those and putting those into my diet, but I start my day not with a breakfast sandwich, not with a bagel, not with cereal or oatmeal. All those are sugar-based carbohydrates. I'm starting them with greens and a whole bunch of nutrients, 50 plus altogether, and enzymes and probiotics to soothe and nurture the gut. That's what starts the day with it. So hopefully that's helpful for you to get some benefits out of these foods that you might commonly not eat or want to eat, getting them in an easy manner, helping it to taste good because it's sweetened with monk fruit, so it doesn't cause gut irritation, but it still tastes really good. And there's a solution for you. So you can find that link below, and there's more videos right here that you can check out so that you can continue to further your journey on experiencing real health and making health simple. That's simple. I'm gonna go have my breakfast. I will see you really soon. Check out these videos.